Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is your Realtor Hugo here with another live. This is your mental health check-in, another live about just another topic when it concerns to men's mental health. And today's topic is going to be 10 compassionate strategies for navigating the waves of grief. Basically, we are going to be covering the topic of loss, and in particular, what happens when we have a sudden loss and need to maybe even get some help for it. So it's a tough topic. Not everyone likes to talk about. Unfortunately, the end of life, but as we all know, it is something that we all unfortunately need to face someday, and hopefully it is something that to some degree we are all prepared for and at peace for. I know at times that's not possible, but again, I think we all try to find as much solace as we can in our own, faiths and our own religions and beliefs. So, um, again, I guess that could be its own topic. But today we're going to be talking about just how to navigate grief and dealing with sudden loss. So it's not going to be a huge ordeal. We're really not going to dive into it. These are just going to be some strategies that you could employ once, the dust settles and you kind of have a moment to maybe pick up your pieces because as we all know, loss is not easy for anyone. Sometimes loss happens to uh, well, it happens to anyone. So sometimes we're ready for it, sometimes we're not, but these are at least some strategies that you can employ and try to help navigate for when the moment is necessary. But number one, acknowledge your feelings. Accept that you are feeling grief, confusion, anger, or sadness. They're all part of the healing process. It's important to recognize these emotions and understand that they are normal responses to loss. Understanding that you do have emotions is probably the first step. Don't, drown in them. Um, you do try to, understand them, process them, feel them, um, and really, I know it's very easy to say versus do, um, but in these moments, try not to be as self destructive as possible, because many people take very self destructive routes at this point, and we don't need two tragedies on the table, so to speak. So, number two, talk about it. Share your feelings with your friends, family, or support groups. Verbalize what's going on, what you're going through, and help find help processing the emotions. Make sense of what's happening and try to find a process for your grief. Um, it's a trauma, and it is something that you will have to process and go through. So, prepare to express yourself. And I know that's very difficult for some people. So, um, give yourself grace. And if you need to, maintain a routine. This is number three, keep a regular schedule, you know, provide a sense of normalcy to your life and structure. This can help during times when everything else feels uncertain. And at least it can give you a moment to gauge your own feelings and emotions, especially if you feel like you have no one to talk to. I would highly suggest getting it out, and processing it. But I know how difficult it is for many of us to even begin to talk about emotions. So, number four, seek professional help. Sometimes the support of a therapist or counselor can provide a safe space to express feelings and begin to work through the grief. They can offer strategies tailored to your specific situation, and sometimes that's the key. If you need an LGBT positive, therapist, look for one. If you would like one that shares your beliefs, look for one. Now, again, I would highly suggest that you don't put yourself in an echo chamber You want someone that's going to be fair with you and actually hold down the practices of good psychology and good, you know, good practices. But you also want to find someone that's comfortable, that makes you feel at home to talk to, that you do respect and do acknowledge their presence in your life. Because if not them, then who? You have to respect at least the professionals that you employ. That's why they're professionals. And look for reviews if you have any questions about their professionalism, because more than anything else, you have to be ready to make the commitment to work on yourself. And it's okay if you don't want to do that right away. Let me say that as well, because sometimes it takes time. It just honestly takes time. Number 5, we're halfway there, guys. Take care of your physical health. Grief can be physically draining. Try to eat well, exercise, and get enough sleep. Taking care of your body can improve your mental state and help you handle emotions better. More than anything, at times when the grief hits you, you have to take a second. And personally, just breathe. Just give yourself a moment. Just breathe. Breathe through it. And then find your footing and then start there. It gets easier. It's like a muscle. You tend to develop, you tend to swallow that lump in your throat. But understanding your body, understanding your peak performance, understanding where your healthy habits can make a difference in your grief process, it really will improve your insight. And take this as a reaffirmation of your life and how valuable your life is, and how lucky you are to continue to have life. Um, some of us don't have the option. Um, so make sure that you are appreciative of the time that you do have. Number 6, avoid rushing the healing process. Understand that healing takes time. Be patient with yourself and allow the process to unfold naturally without setting expectations on when you should be over it. Sometimes the situation can be a little bit more traumatic than others. So, again, give yourself grace, give yourself patience, give yourself time. Um, Someone very wise a long time ago said, um, you can't unsee something once you see it. You can't unhear something once you hear it. So, you sometimes need to process those things. And, you know, it will take time. It will take time. Don't try to trick yourself into thinking that it's just going to be fine. Like a couple of beers are going to make it okay, or that just burying yourself in something else is going to suffice the work. At some point, you will have to work through it. And if you don't, it's almost like a cyst. Like it festers underneath the skin of life, and it's really not the way you want to live. But We could have a whole another discussion about that. Number 7, honor the memory. Find a special way to remember a loved one. This could be through rituals, creating a memory book, or participating in activities they enjoy. This can help you feel connected to them. A lot of cultures have Day of the Dead, have a day where they honor their saints, have um, days when they look after the loved ones. Sometimes it's just their anniversaries or their birthdays that we honor. So over time, this is a safe space so that you can process these emotions and help bring closure to this legacy. Because as we all know, no one ever really dies. It's just, you know, how long can we hold people's memories in our forefront? So honor them, really. Do as much as you can for them in life. Love people while you can in life, while you have them. Give them flowers because it really, it's painful. Number 8, limit unhealthy coping strategies. While it's normal to want to numb the pain, try to avoid relying heavily on alcohol, drugs, or excessive work. These can ultimately delay the grieving process just by postponing it and pushing it off. You're not doing anything. And it really will take time. It will take you working through it. Journaling is also a great strategy to try to offload some of these things. But where you are today will not be where you will be 6 months from now, or 9 years from now, or however long from now. So know that tomorrow will be a new day, and it will take you one step closer to um, not forgetting per se, but processing the feelings so that at least you're to the point where they're not a vivid dagger in your psyche, so to speak. Number 9, explore creative outlets. Many find comfort in creative expression, such as writing, art, or music. These activities provide a release and can help you express emotions that are hard to put into words. And we all have an innate gift and talent, no matter how advanced AI gets. I think that's the one thing that all humans will have over AI is that we have this one spark that is forever changing and evolving. And, computers don't have that unless you program it. So it really is a world worth exploring. I really didn't realize how valuable it is until I met people that had not one drop of creativity. I didn't think it could be possible. I thought everyone had it. But number 10, consider future planning. When you're ready, start thinking about your future without your loved one. Making plans can help you look forward to and gradually rebuilding a sense of purpose and direction. Um, that specific person that you're thinking about, they probably wouldn't want you grieving the rest of your life. They probably wouldn't want you in pain the rest of your life. So give yourself grace, work through it, be honest with yourself, and it's okay. It's honestly okay. There's no perfect right or wrong answer or way to do any of this. It is a process that you have to go through. But the last thing that you need to be doing is indulging in vices, going after alcohol, going after drugs, speeding, anything that really is too much of an adrenaline kick for you right now. Because at the end core problem that many of the most self-destructive behavior is rooted in, it comes in addiction and comes in compulsion and impulsion. So you make a decision before you're ready, and you don't measure the consequences, and throw a few bad substance choices one particular night, and you can really make a bad situation worse. So if you're just joining us, today we were talking about 10 compassionate strategies for navigating the waves of grief. And just to recap, number one was acknowledge your feelings. Number two was talk about it. Number three, maintain a routine. Number four, seek professional help. Number five, take care of your physical health. Number six, avoid rushing the healing process. Number seven, honor the memory. Number eight, limit unhelpful coping strategies. Number nine, explore creative outlets. Number 10, consider future planning. Each person has a path through their grief, and it's all unique. It's crucial to find what works best for you. So remember, it's okay to seek help and connect with others as you navigate this challenging experience. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for tuning in. I can't appreciate you enough for listening to me, and I will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget, we do have a blog too. I definitely didn't forget. So we will be having a blog tomorrow. What on? It'll be probably a good thing to know. Take care, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.